Hey everybody, Jake Mace, the vegan athlete. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's time to open the November seed bank box. It's holiday time, and I'm hoping that you guys go for a holiday in your garden, and you guys can plant out a beautiful garden seed bank box from seedbankbox.com. There's a link you guys can go to down below to go right to it, order one for yourself. Click the link below this video, and I don't want to waste any time to open it up. I'll show you guys what's inside the box. As usual, the boxes themselves are a great storage container for your seeds. And I encourage you guys to write here on the box with a marker any kind of notes you might have for that month, and up top here, write down the month. So we write November here. You always know that this box is full of November seeds. And these are really good for the Arizona, California, Nevada, Texas, Florida area, those hot climates of the Southwest desert or other hot places in the country. But anybody from any state can do seed bank box. Just plant the seeds when it's appropriate for your area. I love packaging as usual. So one thing that always happens every month is that you open up the pack of seeds. There's a mission statement on top that'll hopefully motivate and inspire you to garden more successfully at your home. November is usually the time of the year that we start thinking about everything we're thankful for. November is also the time of the year to be a big get-together with family and friends. This year, don't forget to be thankful for your growing space. Whether you have acres of land, a backyard, or patio, it's important to remember to appreciate your garden and everything that you harvest from it. So hopefully that was meaningful to you guys, and you can save those on your fridge. That's a little bit of a motivational tool to keep your garden. I find that most gardeners out there, most people start to lose their green thumb when they stop being motivated to garden. So as long as you stay inspired and excited to garden, you're always going to be successful. At least have success here. And we got some beautiful nasturtium flowers here, cilantro. We got some peppers and marigolds that look really fantastic. And this garden here, which is in the eastern part of Phoenix, is really beautiful and has some incredible citrus trees that just go throughout the property and give this family too much citrus. They don't know what to do with it all. So that's a good problem to have. Again, click the link down below to order seed bank box. The link down below is specialized so that I'm able to tell which seed bank box enthusiasts and customers come from. Jake Mace the vegan athlete. So definitely click the link down below. The first seed this month is called the boulder beet. The boulder beet has a lovely golden skin and bright yellow flesh that retains its color even when it's cooked. And there's more instructions and information about this beet on here. I love the golden beets because they just look really beautiful. So I grow a combination of red beets and golden beets every year in my garden. The red beets have an intense color that obviously is giving you antioxidants in your body. But the golden beet, it won't change the color of your drink. So if you juice it, you will actually be able to have more control if your drink is red or if your drink is green or if your drink is more yellow. If you juice a red beet, it's definitely a red drink. The next seed is the black Spanish round radish. Again, this is our winter gardens. We're growing a lot of things that will be successful in the winter time. One thing about growing your own food is that you get to introduce yourself to various varieties that simply don't exist in the grocery store. This spicy radish is sure to surprise your friends with its smooth black skin complemented by crisp white interior. And just for gardeners out there, if you're a beginner gardener, definitely plant some radish because radish will make you feel successful. They go from seed to harvest quicker than almost any other plant. Sometimes like 40 to 50 days. This one's a 60-day radish, but sometimes even 45 days. That's like a month and a half. You go from seed to harvest of your radishes. And you can't eat the greens, but most people they just slice up every ball. The next seed is probably my favorite winter crops to grow. So I found it years ago when I first began gardening, the cosmic purple carrot. Because who doesn't love carrots? And then who doesn't love them when they're purple, especially for kids. But for those of you like me, who are kids at heart, I just love pulling out purple carrots. And when I plant them in the wintertime, they're ready for harvest around April. Next, the pink card this month is the red kitten spinach. The red kitten spinach is a lovely variety of spinach with glossy green leaves and re-red stems. Because of its size and sweet smooth flavor, the red kitten spinach is an ideal addition to baby leaf salads. And spinach is great because leafy greens can take the cold. They won't die if frost comes into your garden, and they're also ready to harvest fairly quickly. This one says 35 days from seed to harvest. Pretty quick, it's a month and 5 days. That's why the winter garden for me, especially in a warmer climate like Phoenix, is my favorite garden of the year. Leafy greens are a staple in your garden in the wintertime because they love that cold temperature, and the cold temperature always makes them taste better. But you always have at least one plant of some spicy greens that can add like one leaf of spice into your salad. And this one is the red giant mustard. This beautiful mustard comes from Japan, has a large purple tinge leaves, etc., etc. Don't make an entire salad of this because it'll be like eating wasabi. But one leaf cut nice and thin, add it in, will make your salad have that spice. That'll be fantastic. Just like these guys right here next to me, these nasturtium leaves are actually edible as well. And if we were to pick one of these, and eat it, we really get that kind of horseradishy, kind of spicy taste. And I feel like if you're trying to get healthier by growing your own food in your garden, that wasabi like spice, that things like nasturtium, things like the mustard greens give you, I feel personally it's going in your system and it's just detoxifying your organs and your cells and your body from the inside out. Next we got some kale, and this kale is a curly kale called blue curled Scotch kale. I love growing at least like 6 varieties of kale, just the dinosaur kale, the tree kale, and the curly kale. Red Russian kale is also good, but I always found that red Russian kale tends to attract a lot of pest bugs, so the dinosaur kale is my personal favorite. This one's called the Hellenor rutabaga. The rutabaga is often a forgotten about root vegetable. It's highly versatile in the kitchen. It can be treated like a potato, and it can be roasted or grilled, but can even be enjoyed in its raw form in salads. Its sweet flavor and high vitamin C content make it a perfect veggie to be enjoyed all winter. And our final seed for this month's November seed bank box is the noble giant spinach. We have a baby spinach and we have a giant spinach, two different varieties. This one is a long-time favorite of backyard garden varieties. The noble giant spinach develops huge, flavorful leaves up to 24-inch spread. You get a 2-foot spread in the leaves of this plant. Spinach thrives in a chillier climate, making now the best time to add to your garden. Even better, it's adaptable to the sun or shade, so that you can take advantage of all your growing space. Yeah, so like these greens like kale and spinach tend to do okay if you have an area of your garden with more shade. They are a lower light growth plant, so you don't have to have them in the full sun for all day. Okay, let me plant these with you guys right now, show you guys exactly how to plant them. You usually have a pretty good germination rate when I plant my new seeds. There's 3 really important things when planting a seed to grow into a healthy plant. Number 1, of course, is the soil. These are so healthy. We're at my friend Tammy's house, and she has nice looking soil. It's very, very broken down. If you see, there's not a lot of wood chips in there. It's very organic looking. It smells like the forest. It's very, very good. And I'm sure that I would plant, I'd be very happy living in this soil. So this is gonna be a good soil for germinating seeds in because it's not very clay-like. The natural clay-like soil in Phoenix tends to suffocate new seeds. So this light fluffy soil is gonna be great. And I will also often add a layer of coconut core or coconut pith on top, as I've shown you guys in dozens and dozens of past gardening videos. Check out my channel here. Number 2 is the water schedule. Once you plant a new seed, you gotta water it with gentle rain, like twice a day. Keep the soil kind of wet and moist because a new seed doesn't have roots that are big enough to reach your irrigation system. So even though Tammy here has a really nice irrigation system with these nice drip lines, if I have a new seed right here, it doesn't have roots to reach this irrigation until it's bigger. So it's really important in the beginning stages to build an overhead water while the seed is just starting out to make sure it germinates. And as it grows, those roots will climb out and seek that water. And the third thing to make sure your seed on the plant is the depth you plant the seed. If you put the seed too deep into the soil, you can kill it and suffocate it. So make sure to plant your seed at the appropriate depth. I'll show you guys what that is right now. In 2018, my goal is going to be to meet so many more gardeners who have incredible gardens and yards to inspire others. I love my friend John Kohler does with his Growing Your Greens YouTube channel because he has a great garden himself, but he also is very good about traveling and showcasing other gardens around the world. I want to kind of copy him a little bit this coming year. So I'm here, my first garden on the road. If you guys have a garden, you want me to come and check out and plant a seed bank box in, please message me at jake@learnfromjake.com. I'll get your email that way. Tammy's husband Stephen built these for her. Did a great job. Concrete block construction. You really finished it nicely. A nice ledge, which is like a godsend for sitting and just chilling in your garden. And also there's space apart perfectly for walkways and wheelbarrows made in there. And I'm gonna use these raised beds to lay out my infrastructure for this seed bank box. The cosmic purple carrot, I'm gonna put in this little quadrant. I think Tammy mentioned she might be doing sugar snap peas on this trellis right now coming up. So I'm gonna plant the black Spanish round radish underneath this area right here because they're quick to grow. So they'll become harvestable before the sugar snap peas shake them out. I found that beets and carrots grow very well together. They kind of grow to maturity in a similar time frame, and they tend to like the similar location and soil in the garden. So I'm gonna put these beets, these golden boulder beets, right next to this purple carrots. We're gonna put the blue curly kale down here and the red kitten spinach. This is my first time growing this variety of spinach. I'm really excited to see if it does go from seed to harvest in 35 days. That means just after Christmas. That's pretty fast, like New Year's Day. It's pretty fast. So we're gonna put that at the end. So again, the depth is super important. I've been telling you guys about this every seed bank box video I planted. There's a link up right corner right now. There's also a link down below where you can go to a playlist. I'll show you all the seed bank box videos I made since the beginning. And a lot of them show the exact soil I mix, combination of the next soil, the exact way I build the raised bed, and a lot of the tips and tricks of gardening traits. Look at that. These are the radish seeds. And I think the radishes grow very easily. They have a high germination rate. So we're gonna just grow these guys kind of orderly. So I'm going to take these radish seeds. You guys can see right here the soil. I think Tammy's doing a great job with the soil. It's really healthy. And she said that she does get grubs in her soil, but she's been very diligent about taking them out. And I don't see any grubs here right now. So hopefully she's got her grub problem under control. Everybody in every garden battles certain things. In my garden, it's birds. In your garden, it could be something else. So I have a lot of tips and suggestions here if you guys want to curb your pest problem. I have my garden ebook coming out soon at learnfromjake.com. So check out a lot of tips in there how to get rid of the bugs and the pests in your garden. So look here, I got this list right here for radish seeds. Some radish seeds right there, and hopefully the camera can see this. About 5 right there. And then I would say for radish, you can go about just 6 inches apart. Thinking much closer together because they don't need too much space. Like tomato plant, 2 feet of space. But these radishes, 6 inches is perfect. I'm gonna go 6 inches over this way. And here. I just put about 5 seeds because we do a ton of seeds in the seed bank box. You look at this, you guys have so many radish seeds. There will definitely be some left over. So that allows me to put about 5 or so seeds per spot. And then about a week from now, come out here, I'll pick out which ones are the least worthy. So we're going to make 3 small rows of radishes, 4 radishes per row. That's just 12 plants. And we're not going too crazy with radishes. Now, if you guys can see right here, we have some radish seeds laying on top of the dirt. I always lay them out first so I can see where they all are. And then I'll just push them down ever so gently into the soil, just like that. And then I kind of flick some dirt on top just like that. And that's enough. Definitely err on the side of more shallow. The more shallow you plant, the more success you'll have. If you put it too deep, it might suffocate and die. So push, 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 flick in there. So you go here, one more time, check it out. And then flick some dirt on top. 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 And then flick And the other way to get rid of planting seeds is just to plant seeds. You know what I'm saying? If you don't use it, you lose it. So if you stop planting seeds, you'll lose the feeling for it. And if you guys plant consistently and you just enjoy gardening, you'll just get a good feel for how fluffy and how deep to put it. And you'll get more successful as time goes on. We're going to pour that radish back in our envelope. And we're going to save it inside our seed bank box for another time. Okay, so carrots I do treat differently than other seeds. And what I mean by that is, I'll prep this off here first, spread it out nice and flat, get it kind of fluffy, kind of even and flat here. And I have noticed that carrots are very difficult to thin out. So if you plant too many carrots, it's really hard to thin them out, meaning to pick out the weaker ones. Very difficult, like a month or two from now. So I usually do not thin my carrots, but I do plant them more sparingly, okay? Because I found that you really want to plant a lot of carrots, but then they become so dense that they're so packed together, you don't get nice carrots. The farther apart they're planted, the bigger and nicer carrots you actually get. So carrot seeds look like this. Almost like a slice. And quite literally, I'm going to sit here, and I'm not going to be orderly. I'm kind of just, from this high off the soil, I'm going to just kind of sprinkle, kind of like I'm Emerald Lagasse sprinkling salt or cayenne pepper on a dish and going bam. So just a little sprinkle here or there. And as soon as water hits these guys, they will germinate and grow incredibly. Unless a bunch of birds come in here and eat all the seeds. So a little pack of seeds, and I'm doing, I would say, about a 18 square foot area. This little pack is about 3 feet wide by about 6 feet long. And I'm telling you guys, especially good kids, these purple carrots are the most fun to harvest. They'll be ready for people. And at the end of the sprinkle with the carrots, I don't throw soil on top, I do like a vigorous pat. So watch, I'm going to just go through. I'll vigorously pat and a little bit of like scattering of the soil, and that pat will kind of allow the seeds to nestle down into the soil. And then once the water hits it from the overhead water we're going to do to germinate them, they will find their way under this beautiful soil. So I just go through here, make sure I'm thorough about that pat. I'm kind of playing God here, because in the forest you have like flash floods and winds and animals and all kinds of stuff. So in your garden you got to play the role of nature. So I'm kind of just letting those seeds nestle down, and they're ready for the red water. All right, you guys, golden beet, beets, and chard are the same family. And you realize that when you first look at the seed of a beet, and the seed of a beet actually looks virtually identical to the seed of Swiss chard. They have the same leaf structure, they have the same seed, just that beets have the bulbous bottom, the bulbous root, and chard doesn't. So I'm going to take these beets and plant them, I would say, just like I did with the radish, but maybe about 1 square foot for each beet. So 4 seeds there, about a square foot apart, 4 seeds here. And what's cool about these seeds, these beets, is look at how nature has made them. They call these jagged edges on them. And that's almost like nature giving the seed like some grips, so it can like grab onto the soil and hold its space. Because beets, they want their location. So nature giving them that imperfect shape, kind of hold their own in their soil position. So again, one foot apart, just keep putting some beets in there. I'm going to put 4 per spot to make sure I get at least one good one. And one of the best parts about the beets is eating the beet greens. Because they're very high in water content, very high in nutrients, like chlorophyll and vitamins, and they're also kind of delicious, just like chard is delicious, especially stir fry. So we've got 9 different beet locations, and again, I come in here and just do a little push to nestle them down, and a little kick on top. So watch me right here, the beets are right here, push, and just brush on top. Here we go again, just push the seeds down, then kick some soil on top. The one thing I love about Tammy's raised beds here is you see how she has the soil level at a foot lower than the edge of the beds. That's kind of nice for protection from like cats and other pests. If ever she wanted to kind of put some sort of a cage on top of here, she could put like some chicken wire or a trellis on top to block cats getting in her garden. Because some of you out there messing me all the time. Jake, how do I block cats? Well, build a raised bed about 2 feet high like these are, and let the soil be down, build a little bit of seed or lip, and then put trellis over the top. Okay, and last but not least is the kitten spinach, the baby spinach. Guys, one thing about cats, I mean, Bob Barker said it best, help control the population, have your pets spayed or neutered. And I'm vegan 17 years, so I don't eat animals, so I don't use animals in my lifestyle, and that should also extend to us caring for animals who cannot care for themselves. And if you guys have the opportunity to spay or neuter a cat or a dog, please do it, because 2 cats that are not spayed or neutered can have hundreds of thousands of offspring in a 2-year period. They breed so fast, and they breed to have like a litter of 4, and those 4 will have 4, and those 16 will have 4, and it's crazy exponential growth. So if you want to help control cats in your garden, whatever feral cats you can find around town, get them spayed and neutered. I'm a first timer of this kitten spinach, kind of baby green. Even the seeds look like precious little kittens. So we're gonna make this one kind of messy as well. We're gonna kind of just go sprinkle these evenly throughout the whole bed. Because the seeds are kind of small, and since they're only a 35-day till they're harvestable, means they grow really quick. So I'm going to expect that they're going to grow very easily. So I just sprinkle all the seeds in this second of the raised bed. I'm going to use my patting method, my patented patting method. Pat them all down. And at the end, we're going to just kick the dirt all over the place. My friends, Jeff Wilson's the best in Jurassic Park. Nature will find a way. So I showed you guys a method of more engineering type orderly method and the sprinkle scatter method. They're both good. It depends on what your preference is. So the last stage to do is make the garden grow great as water. And if you guys subscribe, Tammy said we can probably come back here in about 2 months and give you guys an update of how this garden is growing. So definitely subscribe so you can see an update video in about 2 months from now. All right, seriously, one of the most important parts is how you guys water before you go inside and chill. So I got this on gentle shower on a low flow, and I'm just simulating rain. So I'm gonna just walk up and down the raised bed about 3 or 4 times because the water only has to penetrate about, I would say, 4 to 6 inches beneath the soil. And I would say do this about twice a day, maybe once in the morning around 9 a.m., once in the afternoon around 2 p.m. It's winter time, and once you see all the seeds germinate, you can start to make a determination of pulling it back. And once the seeds are about 6 inch tall plants, you can probably just let the irrigation take over and water once a day in winter time. Especially if you guys use like coconut coir and worm castings, your soil will hold water better, and you'll actually get water less. You guys, as usual, this ends the November seed bank box adventure. Thanks for being with me, and stay tuned for 2 months from now for an update of this bed so we can see how it's growing and which plants made it, which ones are thriving, and which ones are ready to eat. You guys join my urban gardening area on the Facebook group, on social media, on Snapchat, Instagram, Jake Makes Tai Chi. You guys go vegan and grow your food at home, and I'll see you guys on my brand new site, learnfromjake.com. Check out the video, you guys think. Hey, little bonus scene, those of you guys who stuck around till the end. Tammy has a beautiful property. If you guys see this whole row of orange trees that have been here for a long, long time, it's actually a protected area in the city where you aren't allowed to kill the orange trees and they die of natural causes. You have to replace it with citrus as well. So these are ancient orange groves that are fed by flood irrigation. The raised bed network she has next to them. If we pan over here, you can see how even her neighbor is growing edible stuff like a moringa tree. There's a beautiful moringa tree here on neighbor's property. I just told Tammy to go over there and say hey to the neighbor and ask her for one of the seeds and plant it here in her yard. Because moringa leaves, moringa flowers, and the moringa tree itself is a tree of life. It's so nutrient dense. Great for making tea, great for making smoothies. Every leaf and every flower on that tree are edible. Even the bean pods are edible, especially when they're young and using like green beans. So you guys can go check out jakemakes.com, my original site for moringa seeds, and find one of these trees in your yard.